Today, I'm going to be ranking all 32 NFL teams' logos, and I'm not going to base it off of any criteria. I'm simply going to rank it based on how much I like the logo. Tier F. This tier, I have 5 of the 32 NFL teams in, and those teams are the New York Jets, the New York Giants, the Green Bay Packers, the Cleveland Browns, and the Indianapolis Colts. Starting off with the New York Jets, this logo is green and it's kind of boring because it's literally just the word Jets with a little wing above it, which is kind of basic, and I wish there was like just a jet or something more football related because this literally just says Jets and it's kind of boring. That's why it's an F. Next, the Giants. This is also just letters. It's just an N and a Y. I think the only cool thing about this is that the Y is going underneath the N, but even that's just kind of boring. I wish they had like an actual giant or something like that. Then the Green Bay, it's also just a G. Like, why are we just doing letters? Do something actually cool with your logo. This is honestly also green and yellow, which in my opinion is one of the worst color schemes in all of the NFL, and it's really basic. Then the Browns, this is a helmet and it's orange. Like, this could be a high school logo. I don't know what's so cool about this, and this is probably the only color scheme in the NFL worse than the Green Bay Packers. And finally, the Indianapolis Colts. This one's so basic, it's just blue and white. Like, give me more than one color, like not including white, and this is just like so basic. I want like an actual horse or something. Moving on to Tier D, this tier has 6 teams in it, with the Washington Commanders, the Dallas Cowboys, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the New England Patriots, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the San Francisco 49ers. Starting with the Washington Commanders, this logo is not terrible, but it's just again a W, and the letters always bring it down a little bit. But the yellow and red brings it up a little bit, but then again, I think that they should go back to the Redskins logo because that was a sick logo. Next up, the Dallas Cowboys. This logo is just a star, a basic shape that 2-year-olds learn. I don't know what's so special about it, it's just navy blue. That's about it. Next up, the Steelers. I'm so confused about this. Why is there gray, blue, and red in the logo if their main team branding is just yellow and black? It doesn't make sense. And next up is the Patriots. Don't get me wrong, I love America, but the blue and red, especially the blue and navy, is just so overdone in all 4 major sports, so it just brings it down. Next up is the Kansas City Chiefs. The arrowhead is cool, but again, the letters in the logo always make it worse. And then the K and C, even though it's red, just it's basic. And then last but not least, the 49ers. Yes, it's iconic, but I'm not basing it off of that. I'm basing it off of looks. And then the tan is just not a very pretty or cool color. And then the S and F also, the letters makes it worse. All right, it's Tier C next. And in this tier, we have the Las Vegas Raiders, the Houston Texans, the Tennessee Titans, the Baltimore Ravens, the New Orleans Saints, and the Chicago Bears. Starting off with the Las Vegas Raiders. I think this logo is beautiful, especially with the combination of silver and black. The only thing I don't like about this logo is the word Raiders in it, because a team shouldn't need to have their team name in their logo. Next up is the Houston Texans. This logo is a perfect example of what I don't like, the repetition of blue and red in a logo. And they had a chance to avoid that, having been one of the newest teams in the NFL. Next up, the Tennessee Titans. What is this? This is not a Titan. This is a T on fire. Like, I don't know what they're doing, like make something interesting. And it's also blue and red. Next, the Baltimore Ravens. This would have been such a good logo if they took out that B, because I don't like the letter in the logo. Like, I know it's in Baltimore. I know it's a Raven. You don't need to add that for me to understand. Next, the Saints. This is a almost perfect logo, but it's a little bit too simple because this shade of tan is like beautiful for me, but I just don't like how they, like, it's too simple. And then finally, the Chicago Bears. This is almost too complex and difficult for me to locate the eyes in this logo. And then also that shade of blue plus the orange is just not a very good color scheme in my opinion. Now it's time for Tier B. This tier also has 6 teams, which are the Cincinnati Bengals, the Los Angeles Rams, the Buffalo Bills, the Denver Broncos, the Arizona Cardinals, and the Minnesota Vikings. So, the Cincinnati Bengals. This is personally not a terrible logo, even though it is a letter logo. I'll disregard that a little bit because of the tiger stripes, which I think are one of the best pieces of the whole entire logo. Next up, the Los Angeles Rams. This logo is also letters, but the ram horn coming out of the A is so cool, and then the yellow and blue color scheme is one of my favorites in all of sports. Next up, the Buffalo Bill. Yes, it is blue and red, but the stripe coming across the middle makes the bill look like it's charging, and I think that is so cool. Next, the Denver Bronco. This logo is a perfect shade of orange and blue, and then all the stripes on the logo make it look muscular and intimidating. And now, the Arizona Cardinal. I love the red and black color scheme, but then adding that yellow just makes it look more fierce in my opinion, making this also a scary logo. And finally, the Minnesota Vikings. This is personally one of my favorite logos because it's my favorite team, but the purple and yellow just goes so well together. And then this logo, like, he looks so mad, which makes it so much better. Time for Tier A. In this tier, we have 7 teams, which are the Los Angeles Chargers, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Detroit Lions, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Atlanta Falcons, the Seattle Seahawks, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Starting off A tier, we have the Los Angeles Chargers. The lightning bolt plus my 2 favorite colors in all of major sport logos makes this an A. Next, we have the Philadelphia Eagles. Because of this shade of green plus the gray and white, and the fact that the Eagles coming down at you makes this one of the most intimidating logos in the NFL, and I don't know how anyone could hate this. Next, we have the Detroit Lions. This logo has the perfect shade of blue, and that's about it. Like, it just makes it an A automatically. Next, the Buccaneers. Hey, a Buccaneer is a pirate, and a pirate is scary. This sword holding the flag on, like the skull on it, is scary enough to put it in A tier. Next up, the Atlanta Falcons. I love red and black color combos in logos, and this just like signifies strength and power to me, and that's exactly what this is doing. Next up, the Seattle Seahawks. The neon is what gives it away for me, because no other professional sports team has a neon color just like this. This makes it so much better and above the rest of the competition. And finally, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars. First of all, I love Jaguars for some reason. I just think that they're like cool animals. And then the fact that they added a turquoise tongue to the Jaguar makes it so much better. S tier. These logos are the best of the best. and I have 2 logos in this tier. And those logos are the Carolina Panthers and the Miami Dolphins. The Carolina Panthers. This logo with the black, the blue, and the gray is so sleek and such an elite logo, I can't even put it into words. And next, the Miami Dolphins. With the turquoise dolphin and the sun behind it, it looks perfect. I just love these logos so much, and I would start a franchise with these logos if I could. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I had such a blast ranking all of these logos, and I'll see you next time.